Hello and welcome, race fans, back to some HCK Beagle Racing League action here on this fine Tuesday evening. We got ourselves some recruitment race rumbling going on here as these fields try to get all filled on up for the regular season that is up and coming as we take on this wonderful track here at Michigan tonight. Be sure to load up those Borgs and get ready for race time. Let's get things all kicked on off with the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And welcome back. I would say, as always, I honestly have no idea really who the sponsors are or anything like that. But big thank you to TrackDogsRacing.com. I know that. I know that at least they're a part of it somehow. So thank you. I got a feeling that Matthew Jones and his chef skills out there got this thing all kind of sorted on up. So thank you there, Mr. Chef Boyardee out there running around. And yeah, that's all I got. This is weird. I need a script. Turner, why didn't you write me a script?
You're lost, man.
Well, I forgot. It's, we're not used to doing Tuesdays. It's been a while since we've been with HCK guys.
It has been.
But we do know TrackDogsRacing.com. You can get all your stuff like shirts and stuff. Official merchandiser, AAA Broadcasting. Go ahead, Brown.
Indeed. Well, I'm Alan Brown, and I am joined by two of my best friends here, Mr. Alan English, up here with me in the booth as we return to one of our favorite tracks, Alan, and probably it's a solid choice for a recruitment race, I would say. You got plenty of room to run. It's going to be some quick, fast action. It's not going to be, bumper banging stuff like you would see at Dega or Daytona. But, it's going to be a little interesting mix of everything in here.
Well, and every time we come here, it really, it always produces great racing. This track does, and this league does. So this is a good showcase to the drivers that are trying to come in and, start driving with this league here in the upcoming season. It'll kind of give them a feel of, how the racing goes in HCK Beagles Racing League. So they've got an awesome truck league they have for the last couple of years, and we've enjoyed doing their races and just kicking back and watching. It's a lot of fun. So there's some talented drivers out there, and we're going to see how these newcomers do when they mix it up here on this 2-mile course.
At that indeed. And ready down there to get all the information on the fights happening in the pits, Mr. Adam Turner. Hanging around down there, but I know you're kind of half distracted here as Team USA takes on Japan in that World Baseball Classic, where one of the best lineups in all of baseball is still currently somehow losing at the moment.
I don't understand how that even happens. It's 2-1. Okay, it's still early, third inning or something. But I will give you updates throughout the night, Brown, because I know you have to do all the work where you hit the buttons and all that stuff. But we haven't been with these guys in a while, and I love HCK Beagles. The trucks are fun. Michigan is fun. I'm a champion here. I'll tell you exactly how to run this track if you want to listen to me to win. 1 and 2. Be careful coming out of 2 because it feels like it tightens up on you. It gets slippery as the tire wear. You're going to see incidents there. 3 and 4, that's your money. That's where you can beat the guy in front of you if you save your tires. We'll get into that throughout the race. Looking forward to it. Officially here on the machine, it says 1 fast repair, unlike the Flyer, and 75% fuel, 4 sets of tires. So let's get it, Michigan.
Excuse me, that indeed, as we take a look at tonight's race info, as these guys have a pretty nice day up here, up in Michigan. Bright sunny skies. Doesn't look like track temp's going to be too much of an issue as well. As sitting here in Ted Nugent's backyard, we get ready to go to that great race in action. But bringing us down to tonight's key to the race, and it's since there's really no points or anything like that involved here, it's just dress to impress. You know, you're not only trying to get recruited by a league, but there's some teams out here that would love to have some extra drivers joining them here for the upcoming season. So you're also trying out for them as well.
Sure, man. You're trying to show what you can do, and this is a good all-around track for that. It's a 2-miler, but let's not, go thinking this is like a super speedway here. You really have to pay attention to tire wear. After a few laps, Adam, these guys are going to start having to feather that throttle, aren't they? You're not going to be full speed, all out all the time around here, are you?
No, you're definitely going to have to start adapting to the track. Track's hot. You're going to be slippery. You will start pushing up the track. Watch it out of turn 2. When you're going into 1, you got to lift earlier, the more tire wear you have, because that will carry into turn 2, where it's going to push up the track into that little chute, and you're going to see mayhem, which is fun. I love the mayhem, but you're going to have to be a little careful here, especially as the night wears on. We have 80 laps, so it's going to be a long night.
Indeed, as these drivers head on out there toward their qualifying laps, trying to get up on top of that leaderboard as much as they can. Know we're going to have a bunch of new names out here tonight that we're not used to saying quite yet, and so if we mess up your name, it's just sorry.
Yeah, shoot us a message or something, and we'll get that corrected for the regular season. Andrew out there saying this is going to be a fun race. I hope I don't have any blinking issues like I have been lately. Some people with the troubling internet connections there might be blinking out there tonight. Hopefully Andrew's got that worked out. Joel Morris here saying good evening. Matt the Chef Jones out there saying thanks for coming, guys. We missed AAA. Let's get the tires hot and then paint's scratched up. See y'all at the checkered flag. Good luck, everyone. Tower operator here as well, saying good evening. Thank you for joining us, tower operator. Mike Newton saying, what's up, Mike, the eye in the sky, back again for another season. Glad to have y'all back again. Thank you so much, Mike. Mike Newton is our race controller over here at HCK Beagles Racing League, so he'll be getting plenty of workout today. Son Goku says Matt Jones is going to win tonight. I promise you that. And Matt Jones says, Son Goku, aren't you supposed to be cooking right now? What do I pay you for? It must be one of his guys over at the restaurant there. And then Mike Newton says, also, it's $50 to win tonight, guys. So this is a money race. These guys joined in this recruitment race, hoping to make it with the HCK Beagles Racing League here. It's going to be $50 to the winner. We were unaware of that, so that's awesome.
Oh, well, that's pretty cool. I thought it was $50 and a free entry. Maybe it's $50 or a free entry. I don't know. But either way, we're about to crank this thing up.
Yeah, that indeed we are. As we head on down there to pit lane to Tell everybody where their favorite driver is going to start here this evening. Getting us started off is the 15 of one of those Staten brothers, Cody Staten, with brother Zach Staten on the outside there in the 11 machine, getting that front row all gridded on up. You also have fellow Team America member Joshua Moore in the 51 machine starting in third, with the 88 of Noah Owens getting things started off here in fourth. Got the 22 of Haas, the Boss Beverly. It's been so long, starting to, slowly remembers people's nicknames now too. You got him starting in fifth. You got Chef Boyardee himself, Matthew Jones, in the 12 machine starting in sixth. In seventh will be the 81 of Brian Torchia. The 42 of Philip Wilkinson will start here in eighth. Ninth will be the 34 of David Harden, with the 5 of Christopher Larson starting us off in that final top 10 spot.
That 80 truck of Scott Formosa is going to start inside row number 6, and to his outside, Andrew Hansley the 4th in that famous 24. Jonathan Herbert in the 87 will start inside row 7. Outside of him will be John Moeller in the 83. 20 of Mark Beverly will be starting in 15th. 16th will be Josh Freed in the 25. The 23 truck of Charles Bentley will start in 17th place. 18th will be Austin Mitchell in that 17 truck. Dwayne McMahon in the 16 will start in 19th place. And rounding out your top 20 in that 57 truck, David Applegate.
You really going to give me 3 people?
Well, I could keep going if you want. Brenton Bacon in the 17th will be 21st. 22nd will be Nathan Warner in the 82, and the 13 of Michael Newton is our race controller and won't be gridding a truck.
Thank you.
You're
Wow.
welcome. You owe me $5.
No, how about I'll give you 50
beer.
cents a driver. All right, beer. Let's go. We're even. There we go, Brown. It's looking pretty sharp. We're going to tighten this thing up and get going.
That indeed. As always, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, as we might have pop-up races like this as we head on down there into the start of this season. So please be sure to do that as we get ready to go for the first time here tonight. Green flag racing here from Michigan. The Staten brothers getting things all warmed up and kicked off side by side. They trundled down across that start-finish line and off into turns 1 and 2. The 15 of Cody gets a really good start there, with the 51 Joshua Moore giving him a good little push, with the 11 of Zach Staten falling in behind them here as they start to scatter down through the exit of turn number 2 now. Still side by side a little bit here behind them, but the 51 of Moore picking up a big time run, leapfrogging over the Staten brothers here. As it looks like we're going 3 wide up at the front almost.
Whoa, 51 in the wall, in the outside wall there. Turn number 4. Still green, though.
He held it. That was nice. I'm watching the 17, Austin K. Mitchell. He's kind of moving around a little bit. We'll see. Still early. You got to get those tires warm before you start getting crazy.
That indeed, as right now up at the front is the 15 of Cody Staten, with Zach Staten right behind him, then followed by Owens, having a pretty good start there. Same thing with Brian Torchia in that 81 machine, trying to defend against the 5 and the 12. The 5 drifts way up high behind him here, as the 12 of Jones looks down low.
Yeah, 12 right on Brian Torchia there. It looks like he was kind of taking a swing at his tailgate there.
It's the
Oh,
11.
the ground.
Yeah, 11 of Zach Staten taking a little bit of an expedition down there through the infield grass, deciding that, in this offseason, the grounds crew didn't do a good enough job maintaining that lawn, so he did the job for him.
Tower operator out there saying, "Go Team America." That's the 11, the 15, and the 51.
Yeah, so what is Matt saying about the winner?
If winner is
If
a
the
league
winner-
member, the entry fee will go to the next non-member in the grid.
Oh, that's cool. I like that. That's a good idea.
It's a cool
Where's
way to
Ted
encourage you.
Where's Ted Nugent? Is he up here? He usually summers down in Texas, but he should be here. It's
Still pretty
Michigan.
chilly in Michigan, yeah.
Yeah, it's a little cold.
maybe not in the sim right now. We got a track temp of like
Ooh.
100 degrees.
Up
What
into
happened?
the outside wall, but able to get it all collected back up is the 23 of Charles Bentley. Just starting to get that little push out there. He was also kind of running a little high. It was almost 3 wide there where he was running, so he didn't have too much of a choice but to end up in that outside wall just a little bit. As up here at the front, we still have the 1588 and the 12 battling it out here inside this top 3, the 22, 5, and 80, all racing for some solid positions here as well.
So, Adam, as somebody who's won here a few
Ooh.
times, whoa, we got a truck in the wall, the 42. Philip Wilkinson. Still green here, though. I was going to ask you, bud, you've won a few times here. You know, how many different lines can you really run here? It looks like there's only one that's really good, and it's kind of hard to pass if somebody's trying to occupy that same line.
Well, 3 and 4 is where you can run different lines. You have to pay attention to what the guy in front of you is doing. Just try to work a different line in and save your tires. That's where the money's at, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 is tough. Just be very careful. There's probably 2 lines there at max, and it gets real tight with the other drivers around you.
We take a ride around here up on board with the 22 of Haas Beverly, looking down low on the 88 of Noah Owens, as he's also going to continue and try to keep that run going and catch on up here to that 15. Almost some contact. Oh man, that would have been absolute catastrophe, as those quarter panels just not getting all lined up. But he's going to be able to go side by side here with the 12 now following suit, trying to make it 2 by 2 here up at the front. So we got about 4 trucks separating from this main pack. Got Scott Formosa and Zach Staten trying to kind of fill in that little bit of a gap and get everybody all gathered back on up here. Looks like the 42, Philip Wilkinson, coming on down here early into the pits, maybe getting some damage all fixed on up.
Beverly Rapp joining us on YouTube as well, saying, oh my, Joshua Moore in the 51, let's go. Appreciate all of you joining us over on the YouTube chat. If you like what you see tonight, give us a little thumbs up there on there at the bottom of the screen. Doesn't cost you anything. Subscribe if you haven't already. We just hit 300 subscribers, so thank y'all so much for all the support. Y'all are the reason why we do this, so thank y'all so much.
Well, I'm ashamed. It should be like 1,000. I don't know what y'all are doing, sitting on your hands, not telling your friends.
Hey, this ain't Fox. I mean,
Do you think they're? Yeah, well, it's better than Fox, obviously. You think they're shadow banning us? I think they're really just shadow banning. That Zuckerberg guy. Somebody's in the wall, Brown.
Ooh, the 80 is wrecking right on top of another truck there. It looks like the 88.
Got out of the way.
Yeah, he's able to
got
at
out of
least
the way, green.
dive on down into that pit lane, but that's causing that big kind of big shakeup here throughout this field. We still have some good racing going on up at the front, but as well as back here right around 15th, where Mark Beverly got Joshua Moore and Dwayne McMahon going at it right now.
It's like Scott Formosa has manually disconnected, so another one bites the dust here. Add that name to David Applegate and Nathan Warner and Brenton Bacon.
What are they leaving for? Did you scare him off?
Oh, me?
You didn't scare him off, did you? Ooh. Somebody gave Mitchell just a little bump and run right there. Here's where we're starting to see everybody single filing out using the same line in English, I think was what you were talking about.
Okay, yeah.
As it wears out a little bit for the most part. I don't know when we'll start needing tires, but I'm sure they're wanting them already.
Noah Owens has manually disconnected now.
Yeah. They must have got like the virus or something. You know that one that was going around, they sent it over here from a laboratory in another country? They might have got that.
And how did they actually get it over there, over here there, Turner? Was it by that spy balloon?
It's a balloon, yeah, balloon.
Well, no, that was just another way to distract you as, look at the shiny object while we're doing all this other stuff. Yeah, you know how it got over here, but I don't want to scare the people. If there are new viewers out there, I don't want to get them scared. I'm actually a regular person. I'm not some kind of crazed nut.
That's exactly what a crazed nut would say, though.
Oh,
Ooh, it's
that's
a
true. Mitchell's into the wall.
Yeah, 17 got up into that outside wall, doing a little bit of scrapage there. He's going to come on down, and oh, he almost got it stopped in time, but it is also not in time. So, just going to bring out the yellow flag, and everybody's going to get all stacked back on up here.
Yeah, might be a good opportunity to come down and at least take fuel. How many sets of tires this guy's got? 3 additional?
4 total. Okay. So, man, you better be... Think about it. You know, we're on lap 12. You got, what, 58 to go? I don't know.
Well, you could essentially take it every 20 or so, and you'd be okay.
Yeah, so I'd hang on to those tires, I guess, if you could.
Get fuel only and hope to get tires that maybe are close to lap 20 just to keep it split evenly. But
yeah, one of the drivers was asking how many sets of tires on the radio.
Tell you on your black box too. If you hit your F3 button, it'll tell you. Michael Newton trying to relay the information.
Four total sets, guys.
4 total.
I mean, man. That's interesting.
Early here.
They disconnected. Austin K. Mitchell disconnected as well.
So did Philip Wilkinson and Greg Dobson. I don't think Greg Dobson had.
I think he got in here late.
He was just looking.
Probably trying to watch. You just watch ours, Greg. Come on, you can watch the broadcast, join us, comment, make fun of people like we do. You know, or make fun of us. I mean, that's probably worthwhile too.
Sure.
That indeed it is, as it looks like the good majority of the field's going to come on down here and take at least fuel, maybe some tires. We'll have to kind of wait and see what happens as they hit those pit boxes. Does look like the 23 of Charles Bentley is going to stay out here, maybe saving that little bit of extra tires or something.
Yeah. Everybody's got to have some kind of plan. You got to get the money tonight, you know. You're going to get the money or the race entry or both. So, pretty cool. Look at Beverly's paint. I like that Bronco race design. It's pretty good looking paint. We cool. Like looking at everybody's different paints out here.
Kind of retro looking.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
Race leader Charles Bentley being scored as the leader right now. He has not come down the pit lane yet. I think he's going to go ahead and wait and see if he can stretch out a few more laps. Lead a few laps here before he comes back in for tires later on. Several fuel-only stops, but only a handful there, Brown. We got a lot of 4-tire stops that just occurred.
Yeah, I think they all realize that, you know, there's essentially only about 15 trucks remaining here in this race. As of right now, we don't know if people are going to reconnect or whatever, but as of right now, you know, only 15. So the chances of another caution coming out probably getting slim. And of course, anytime that you have to pit under green flag is, you know, some time kind of lost out there on track. So I got a feeling everyone's just preparing for the long run that could be possibly up and coming. I mean, we haven't even talked about, you know, how much fuel these guys got in this thing, you know, like how long a fuel run will actually last, and any of that kind of strategy things.
I think English left us. He must have just.
Sorry, I was reading that.
Wow. Yeah, that's not really what you're hired to do, is it? You're hired to sit here.
I'm sorry. I thought it was important. It wasn't.
Yeah, of course not. And then Brown, I guess this team from Japan, they hit a home run, so it's 3-1. It's ridiculous right now. 3-1, Japan.
Do you think
4th inning?
Do you think they're cheering like they did in that game against Mexico? Did you hear that? The Japanese announcers They went absolutely berserk. Like before just based off of the crack of the bat, the announcers were going absolutely insane. It was fantastic, but it was all in Japanese, so you couldn't understand a word they were saying.
But they sounded enthusiastic.
It was like, oh yeah, you know.
Do you think we have any Japanese viewers that just think we sound enthusiastic when we're doing this? Maybe we should imitate what they're doing, get more viewers.
Well, because we are enthusiastic.
Well, you are. I mean, I give you that. Here you go. Here's your chance to be enthusiastic.
Well, here we go as the pace truck comes on down into pit lane. But we're going back to green flag racing with the 23 of Charles Bentley getting things all kicked off here up at the front. He gets a really good jump on that restart here. Brian Torchy in the 81 and the 22. Haas Beverly going side by side here with the 15 of Cody Staten as well up here in this mix. It looks like it's going to be 3 wide here for the race lead, depending on how people come off of the corner, and it looks like it will be 2 wide at least. Doesn't look like the 15 was able to get quite the run as, oh my goodness, look at the 25 shuffling up through this field.
Josh Freed's on a mission. He's not going to let anything stop him. He loves that low line. He's making it work.
3 wide behind him here. You got the 11, the 22, the 13 was there, the 23 was there as well, as everybody fighting for the all-important positions as everyone's all grouped up. Once when these tires start to wear off, passing gets difficult. That's why we're seeing some kind of more aggressive moves here being made at the restarts, because I mean that's when you can make up most of those spots, as the 15 of Staten ends up grabbing hold of that lead right now. Back here in 15th going side by side is the 16 of Dwayne McMahon, and looks like the 24 of Andrew Hansley trying to move up this leaderboard a little bit.
Saw the 12 machine of the chef Matt Jones out there got really loose, but able to save it. Here we go, guys, mixing it up here, going across the start-finish line. 34 and the 22 side by side. That's David Harden and Haas Beverly. I love when the boys mix it up.
Christopher Larson's going at it with the 22 right now. Bentley, and then the 83 of Moeller. And Joshua Moore's right on their tail there in 11th. And Matthew Jones not far behind it, the Atlanta Braves truck. That's a slick-looking thing.
There's a couple of Braves fans out there running some baseball paints, some Atlanta Braves paints.
Yeah, they're cool paints. I like baseball. I mean, I don't care for the Braves, but
league is based out of Georgia too. You got to take that into consideration.
Oh yeah, I got to be careful with our audience. Never mind. They're great. I love the Braves.
I watch National League baseball.
Well, didn't Eddie Murray play for the Braves? One of your favorite baseball players there, Adam?
No, he played for the Orioles.
Orioles.
Oh, I thought he played for Oakland at some point.
He might have, at the end of his career, played for both of those teams, but the majority of the career he was in Baltimore.
Look at Josh Moore using the outside line to pass trucks now. 51
Wow.
Muhleberger Custom Homes machine.
Oh, that's some net code and a half.
What was that about? 83 Black Clover machine. I have to rewatch that one, bro.
If he cut down across the 83's nose, or if the 83 went up, I didn't see. I don't want to point fingers just yet.
I do.
As we go ahead and kind of watch this replay, like you said, with that big old run, looks like the 33. Oh, it looked like I don't know if was it the 33? I don't know what.
83.
83 drifting up that track. John Moeller a little bit there. Then later on, he was 3 wide, which got figured on out. So 51, Joshua Moore joining his Staten brothers down there, deciding to maybe pick up a little bit of that grass clippings and whatnot. Because everyone knows that, you know, grass on your truck and mud on the tires makes everything quicker.
Sounds like a country song.
Imagine.
Yeah, it looked like one truck. It looked like 83 was moving up and the 51 was coming down at the same time. I watched it a couple of times. It's hard to really put anybody at blame. That's just a racing incident there.
83, I'm going to just call it how it was. He was moving up the track at a much higher rate than the 51 was moving down the track. I can tell you that. So
they would hit either way.
The spotters probably didn't really help them out, whatever happened. Either way, they're still running around here. Now it's starting to single file out again.
A little bit. Still have the Staten brothers up at the front, battling each other for the lead. The 87 of Jonathan Herbert tucked in behind that 83 of John Muller right now. Brian Torcha not too far off there as well. 23 Charles Bentley still struggling. Again, he's on that original set of tires, deciding not to come on down that last yellow flag go around. So he's right now behind the 16 of Dwayne McMahon, trying to hang on to some draft to help kind of tug him along here at this track. As here comes the 24 of Hansley looking up underneath the, well, would be the 20 of Mark Beverly, but it's marked the 13 here tonight.
Yeah, I think somebody else came in the race and had his number or something. That was why.
So let me tell you something. We don't do numbers at AAA broadcasting. Y'all have a bad number. You're going to catch it from us if you're going to really have to learn your lesson.
What is a bad number? What do you mean?
Well, if you're supposed to be the 82 and it says you're the 82, but on your truck it says you're the 12, that's a problem, right?
Well,
Your numbers don't
we'll
match.
worry about that once when like the league actually starts and you're assigned.
Well, I know.
that
I'm
number.
warning. I'm giving them a warning, man. That's it. Just this is their final warning.
The final warning. You're that umpire shaking his finger at both dugouts.
Yes,
Yeah, that's right.
it applies to all.
Well, it's a shame Winker didn't make the race. I know he was having problems with his internet and didn't get the update done in time, so he didn't make it into the race tonight. Hopefully he's watching out there.
5. Christopher Larson up there in the outside wall getting some paint scraped off of that Matrix machine.
That's a cool paint. That's what it was reminding me of, was the Matrix. It's having a brain fart. I couldn't think
Well,
of
it
it.
does look like the Matrix.
Yeah, man.
Pretty cool.
I always
We're all
loved
in.
that with the because, you know, in high school, who wants to do their homework? I would just leave my backpack in the car, you know. And so overnight up here, you know, it gets really cold. Go back into school, first class of the day. Well, it's math class. So you got to fire up that calculator. Well, the calculator's cold. It don't want to work, especially those TI-84 special like graphing ones.
Ah, it's liquid crystal display. That's why.
Yeah, and so what you do is you just type in like a whole bunch of random crap, a whole bunch of like codes, like just line after line after line, and then what you would do is you'd hit delete, and then it would slowly like trickle down, deleting stuff, and it looked like Matrix. It was cool.
And all I knew was the trick where you put in like
Yeah, I know what you're talking
6006 something, and then you turn it upside down. Wasn't it that? It was some kind of dumb trick like that. That was my only calculator trick.
80085.
Yeah, that one. Whatever. I don't know. But it was pretty fun, you know. It's real teenage hijinks there.
As here comes the 87, Jonathan Herbert trying to make his way around to 5 of Christopher Larson here. Again, we're kind of approaching halfway, still about 13 or so laps away from that, but these guys all came on down and in right around lap 13. So my question for you here, English, is do they try to maybe keep it on strategy and pit at halfway, or do you think they're going to come on down when this fuel run is over?
I think they'll come down. They're going to try to stretch the fuel as long as they can, I believe. Andrew Hansley in the 24 got a good piece of the wall, but held it up there. Guys like him that are going to have some aero damage, aero matters here. So if you got some body panel damage, you're definitely going to have to come down and get that fixed if you want to be competitive out there. But only one fast repair. So, you know, how long do you hold on to that thing in your back pocket before you use it if you got damage like Hansley does now?
I don't know, but that's scary here. Only one fast repair at Michigan. Because it could get tricky. Normally, when there's a lot of trucks on a track, we have a pretty good amount tonight, but that turn 2 just gets wild. And you see some massive pileup, but so far we've been lucky and hadn't seen anything too crazy.
Not at all. This 16 machine tries to battle on back, get a few more positions, and sneak his way up into that top 10 right now, going side by side with the 81 of Brian Torchia. 23, Charles Bentley, I think he has reached the end of his fuel run. He's coming on down and in to hit that pit box. So right around, 30 or so laps, I think, is what the most these guys are going to be able to run out here tonight, fuel run-wise, as there goes that 20 of Mark Beverly around the 83 of John Moeller. Also got Dustin really joining us out there in the chat saying, what's up, boys? What's up there, Dustin? You ready for your road course racing here tomorrow night?
Oh, we're doing road course racing tomorrow.
Yeah, down in Texas at Coda.
Austin, the Scourge. Go ahead, bro.
Speaking of Texas, though, I know English, you'd probably be interested in it. The 2023 Flight Sim Expo is happening coming up in the next month or so down there in Houston.
What's in
Oh,
Houston?
hell. I ain't going down there. That's where you get shot at on the Katy Freeway when you're doing 85 and they're doing like 110, sticking pistols out the window. Yeah, I lived that life. I've been there a million times while I lived there. I don't want to go back.
We'll stay at an Airbnb in Tomball or somewhere.
No, I hate Tomball.
Why?
Tomball's trash.
Nothing wrong with
No,
I've been there in 20 years.
Well, I got a place for us. You're in luck. We'll find something. We'll get it together.
Derek Welch joining us over there in the YouTube chat as well. Don't forget to catch the NTRL races here on Sunday, Monday, and Friday with us. And they do a Thursday night with, is it Thursday night? HBR TV does their truck league? Or is it Tuesday?
No,
it's
Tuesday.
Tuesdays.
I don't know. Not sure. Mike Trout struck out. I mean, this guy's supposed to be the best player.
He's supposed to be one of the greatest, man.
He swung and won it on the ground. Thanks. Appreciate
Well,
that.
he's rusty, man. I mean,
They've had all
played
spring
since
training.
October.
It's the two Beverlys, Haas Beverly and Mark Beverly, coming on down in. As far as I know, they're not related. I think it's just a
I don't know.
common last name.
Maybe they are.
Here comes the 25, Josh Freed, with some of that heavy pace that he was showing here earlier on in the run. Looking down low on the 11 of Zach Staten, trying to make up a few extra spots here tonight and possibly pick up this race win.
Albert Anderson saying, as far as road course racing goes, 3 puke emojis. That's how much he hates it.
I agree with him.
I semi-agree. I enjoy road courses, just not road courses in a NASCAR, which was built to go in an oval at high rate of speeds. I don't care about the hill.
The hill looks neat.
It's like a landfill. They built it on a landfill.
They should put a ramp there instead of just a hill by itself.
Yeah, I don't know. Hey, man, people pay. It's a big money grab down there in Austin. Everything they do in Austin is a big money grab. It's South by Southwest. What a joke that is.
Whoa.
They're just grabbing people's money. God, that's what it is. It's a big money grab.
Christopher Larson making his way out of the pits after a 2-minute pit stop down there, getting some of that damage manually fixed by the looks of it.
And Dustin really talking about tomorrow's race at the VRL at Coda. And that's probably the hardest track he's ever been on. The trucks don't have the brakes for that track. They just don't build good enough brake package, I don't think. Trucks are heavy and a lot of power and not a whole ton of grip. So yeah, hard to get that thing woed up. Not having any problems here tonight, though, at Michigan. What a cool track this is. And these guys continue to run some green flag laps out here. 80 laps is a pretty good length for a good, exciting race here for these trucks. And, it's only 160 miles. But, with a couple of yellows that we've had, it kind of stretches it out a little bit.
Strikeout.
Yeah, so
Come on. What's wrong with these guys? Brown Americans are looking like garbage right now.
it's because they don't have the discipline that the Japanese players have. As this race in action continues to roll along, approaching that halfway point, also getting a little close here to when these guys are going to start making their more of these green flag pit stops. Let's take a quick look at what the upcoming Season 4 schedule for HCK Beagles is, what some of these drivers are going to be facing. Getting the season kicked off with Daytona, they go to Vegas, Auto Club, iRacing Super Speedway, Dover, Nashville, Rockingham, Michigan again. You got Phoenix, Richmond. Their all-star race is going to be at Watkins Glen. You then got Charlotte, North Wilkesboro, Texas, Bristol, and finishing it off at Talladega. So an interesting race season, to say the least.
Yeah, this, several seasons ago, this was a super speedway only league, and they really have diversified, and they've got guys comfortable running 1.5 miles and some short tracks like Richmond, as you mentioned, and Watkins Glen with the All-Star race. That's kind of a cool idea. That's probably my favorite road course out of all of them.
Well, that's the only one that we ever watched back in the 70s or 80s when the guy had a cigarette in his mouth racing with open helmet. So it's been around a while.
Weren't they racing at what was
Sears
it called
Point?
then? Sears Point, and then Infinity.
Oh,
and
yeah.
all that.
Yeah, Sears Point, yeah, but
There's
what
some
happened to that
fairgrounds
place?
Tracks too that was a small road course.
Yeah, well, here comes the Staten brothers down into the pits, making their green flag pit stops here. That's going to give the lead to Josh Freed here for the moment. David Harden and Matthew Jones trickling on down and into the pit lane as well, making those pit stops here right around the halfway point here in this race.
Jonathan Herbert and Dwayne McMahon still running out there as well, yet to come down. John Moeller up there with him, and Andrew Hansley, all pitted lap 13 was the last time they were in. Be itching for tires, but I mean, when do you take a fuel only here, Adam, to bank a set of tires? Because they're not going to be able to stop every time and get tires because they're limited to the 3 additional sets.
I don't know. Maybe on the next stop, you might try that. It's interesting here because we've lost so many drivers. We might not see any cautions if they stay spread out like this. So you're really gonna have to, kind of like what Joshua Freed has on the back of his truck. Trust the process. That's what you're gonna have to do.
See the difference in speed right there between Freed and these guys that just got tires. They're just blowing past him like he's standing still. John Moeller hits his box. It's like 4 tires and fuel for the 83.
Yeah, but Freed definitely, I'm sure he has a plan. So he's trusting his process, gonna actually pit when he wants to pit.
Josh Moore's coming in. Here comes the 87 of Herbert. Sorry, but
Yep. That's what I was going to say. I always want to say Abear. Are you sure it's Herbert?
Abear doesn't have that first R. If it's
I know,
Abear like they say down here in Louisiana.
I know it just sounds cool. Abear. I like that. It's a Cajun stuff.
Five continuing to run that high line way up by the wall. It's Christopher Larson in that number 5 Matrix machine. I mean, he's way up on the wall, way up high.
Yeah, starting to see that a little bit more and more here as these tires start to kind of wear on out for these guys, getting kind of keeping in the rhythm of things. You got Josh Freed there. Working his way out of the pits. Here comes Dwayne McMahon down in as well. Currently up 18 spots, but again, we still have that pit cycle to go on around.
Pretty much get everybody cycled through here.
Yeah, it's looking like they did. 81 probably is the next. 81 and the 23 might be the next ones that are going to need some pit action.
Survive out there for a little while. Go ahead there, Brian.
Indeed, it's the 34 and the 12 go side by side here. So I'm a little distracted. Just found out my Little League baseball coach ended up passing away.
Oh, damn. Sorry, dude. Yeah, it's those people in life early, you know, sports and stuff like that, that really kind of help shape you and mold you for later on in life. So it's tough to lose those folks.
Yeah, but nonetheless, we still have this great race in action going on out here tonight. It's the 51 Joshua Moore and the 24 Andrew Hansley trade positions a little bit here. It's still up here at the front. They're chasing down that 20/13 of Mark Beverly. Currently up 13 spots as he's being passed by one of those Staten brothers, the 11 of Zach Staten. Trying to get control of this lead up here.
Larry Dickerson joining us over there in the YouTube chat. Of course, we watch him race in other leagues. He says, "Hey, what's up, guys?" He says, "I might even try this league out." Cool truck league, man. I think you'd enjoy it. Gonna be running every Tuesday night here when the season gets going.
Oof, I think the 15 Cody Staten wasn't quite ready to catch up to Mark Beverly there as quick as he did. He got right up on that bumper before changing lanes and making his way around. But how about those Staten boys out here tonight there, guys? They're running really, really strong.
Highway robbery. What is the paint that they had last season?
Yeah, the little wanted posters.
Yeah, that little wanted poster. The Staten boys, wanted dead or alive.
Yeah, it's like sound like the old Western movie or something.
Sure, yeah. They're controlling this race.
Might not have heard us talk about that last year or season, but yeah, they are. They're doing a good job.
Well, let's talk about the other Beverly right now. You got the 22 of Haas Beverly, the 81 of Brian Torcha, all running along here. Same thing. They got the 5 of Christopher Larson. Excuse me, a couple laps down here in that kind of mix up as well, as the field kind of continues to space itself out a little bit, just like I think it kind of does here once when green flag pit stops kind of go around.
Well, the top 14 are all on the lead lap right now. The first truck that's a lap down is actually 3 laps down. That's Christopher Larson in the 5. So he's not really racing against anybody out there right now. He's just trying to take care of that truck, riding his own little outside line there, trying to stay safe, hoping for some caution so he can get back in this thing, get a few laps back here, because he's all on his lonesome right now, being the first truck a lap down, 3 laps down. Everybody else is way behind him or on the lead lap.
We're in the pits, just calling it a night. So
on the hauler heading home, yeah.
Yeah.
We want to thank HCK Beagles Racing League for letting us tag along again here in the upcoming season, and for hitting us up to do this recruitment race for them tonight. We sure appreciate the business. It's always fun bringing their exciting truck league to you all out there on YouTube.
YouTube land. Also, TrackDogsRacing.com. It's the official merchandiser of AAA Broadcasting.
And
And sponsored, and HCKBeaglesRacingLeague.com. Check them out. They got a cool website, too, if y'all hadn't checked that out.
Driver bios and all kinds of stuff on the HCKBeaglesRacingLeague.com site.
Yeah, you can join the league, put your face up there, put your bio up there. You learn a lot about the drivers. We learned so much about some of these drivers just by reading some of that and talking to them last season and the season before. So, real cool place to race.
They'll have different sponsors for different races too. So they got a sponsors page. You can go on there and, like, if you hear us talk about Muhleberger Custom Homes, and you want to find out more about them, you can go to that sponsors page and see a link to Bruce Muhleberger's site there and find out more about the awesome uh, contracting business he's got. Well, it you can only see one or two trucks in each frame, when we're passing around here, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. That just means these guys are racing the racetrack now more than racing each other. Because I mean, ultimately, that's what you're going to have to beat is this track because it's going to tear up some tires over time.
At some point, they're going to get linked back up. Once we'll have that other set of cautions, a few drivers will probably get linked back up, little battles here and there. But right now, it's like a Sunday drive here in between San Antonio and El Paso. There ain't nothing out there. That's what's going on right here.
Yeah.
That indeed, as the 11 of Zach Staten continues to lead here with the 15 of Cody Staten in tow. The 25, Josh Freed, trying to chase these guys on down again. He's going to have a little bit fresher tires, about 3 or so laps there to kind of help him out with that task. You also got the 81 of Brian Torcha trying to catch on up here to the 22 of Haas, the boss, Beverly, and try to steal a top 5 position away from him here as we're inside of 30 laps to go remaining here in this recruitment race from the HCK Beagles Racing League.
Kevin Winker is joining us over there on the YouTube chat, and he said, "Let's go Team America." He's got the stream up, and he's talking to his boys out there on the track, his Team America teammates out there. And then, of course, Carol Hansley joining us once again. It's good to see you again, Carol. She's, of course, pulling for the 24 of Andrew Hansley. Andrew's having a decent race. He's started in 12th. He's currently in 12th. He's on the lead lap, which is everything here. So Andrew's not doing too bad out there in that 24.
Yeah, he's got a cool paint scheme with the American flag on the, I guess in the bed of the truck or on the top of the bed cover or whatever.
Tonneau cover or whatever.
Yeah, however you want to say it. Hansley Motorsports 24 Silverado with an American flag. Can't go wrong with that. I mean, you can if you're a commie, but we're not commies here.
Oh, goodness.
Just saying. Are we? I don't
send balloons to your neighborhood.
I might send one to yours, but it's going to have like a Lone Star light attached to it.
Oh, I'm just busting out the firearms. I'm going to take that thing down. Hopefully, I can catch that beer before it hits the ground.
Yeah, just make sure it gets a little low. You don't want it to hit you in the head and hurt you.
Don't put too much gas in it this time, so it doesn't
okay.
fly.
Oh, doing the
somebody in
math.
Alabama getting my beer for me.
Yeah.
And here comes the 34 of David Harden trying to shuffle his way up through this field. He's getting all lined up here with the 22 and the 81 in his sights now, trying to make up a couple of extra spots. Got Carol Hansley out there saying, "You go, 24, Andrew," cheering on the 24 machine out here. She's happy to have us back. We're happy to have you back as well. As the racing here up at the front's getting dicey with some lap traffic, as well as the 15 and the 25 going 3 wide there for a moment. Everybody are racing for all the positions that they can. Here comes that 25 with a big run of speed. He's trying to do the 2-for-1 special on the Staten brothers here. Ooh, slides on up, able to take that spot away, and for the time being crosses the line as your new race leader here. With about 25 laps left to go, I got a feeling these guys are still going to have to come on down into the pits one more time. So I'm sure this fight is definitely not over yet, as they still remain kind of side by side here.
These guys are loving this. Look at them side drafting on each other and everything. They're having a big blast out there. Josh Freed, your hard charger so far here tonight, up 15 spots. As he retakes the lead here from Zachary Staten. These guys are just having a blast out there, but watch out for the crossover. You know it's going to come. Freed made a pretty good move on that last lap to kind of change his lineup and prevent them from doing a little crossover move on him, but it looks like he's giving up the low line right now to Zach Staten.
Man, that draft is just so powerful in these trucks. the 11 was able to get sucked right back on up to that back bumper of the 25 and maybe take a peek to making a move, but not able to quite get those tires to stick. Of course, these guys, last pitted right around lap 40, so they're starting to definitely feel that tire wear here once again. Here comes the 15 of Cody Staten looking to go around his brother here, saying, all right, you had your fair share of leading laps and whatnot. It's my turn now, and tries to get back around here.
These guys can help each other conserve fuel by taking turns who's leading that little tandem that they got running there. And Adam, isn't it true? 2 trucks faster than 1, even here at Michigan, huh?
Yeah, listen here. These Staten boys are ganging up on Freed is all they're doing. They're just taunting him. That's what they're doing. They're taunting him. They're playing games with him. They want him to watch and drive through his rearview mirror, and trying to get him to wear those tires out a little faster. It's all fun and games. They're not doing anything wrong, but you got 2 against 1, and usually the 2 are going to beat the 1 here in iRacing and racing in general. So, but pretty fun stuff to watch on the track. Glad we got these guys together.
Mark Beverly comes down into the pit lane for service. So does Matt Jones, the chef in the 12 machine.
So your final round of green flag pit stops now on order here as these guys continue to put down these green flag laps. You still have that 22 Haas Beverly and the 34 of David Harden having a pretty good battle here for some top 5 positions. Otherwise, everyone just kind of all still spread on out, other than your leaders of Freed, Staten, and Staten.
Well, these guys kind of trying to make their minds up on whether they want to kind of stretch it out a little bit and hope for a caution or go ahead and come down, because anybody that pits after this point, they're guaranteed to make it on fuel. So the window is open for final pit stops here, which would be their quote-unquote money stop here.
Yeah, and it's really about the money tonight. If you win this thing, you're going to be in the money. So,
$50 up for grabs.
yeah, it did.
General Grant.
Huh?
General Grant, or President Grant on the 50 there. I haven't seen a 50 in a while. Go ahead there, Adam.
I mean, where'd that come from?
He's on the $50 bill. I was thinking about
nobody-
Benjamins, but it's not a Benjamin.
Yeah, that's all I worry about is Benjamins. I don't worry
got a
about
Grant
a
up
50.
for grab.
Well, guess it's better than a Washington.
Washington, yeah.
So that's $50 is $50. Get you a couple cases of beer down there in Louisiana, I can tell you that, wouldn't it?
That's right. Get you a couple 30 packs of Busch lattes.
Yeah, you got to. When the depression happens, we got to conserve and go with the Busch lattes.
Got the technology. We can make our own stuff.
We can, but they're going to price us out everything, and they'll probably do prohibition again just to keep us more oppressed. Yeah, that's what they did the last time. They got a plan for us. Don't worry.
Joshua Moore in the 51 on his way down into the pit lane now for his final stop.
Well, Dwayne McMahon is up 15. Is he related to the WWE? I like that name.
No, he's related to the quarterback.
Oh, yeah. He was a crazy one.
That was with an O. Yeah, the guy with the sweatbands all the time.
Here
He
comes
was nuts.
83 John Moeller on in. Same thing with Zach Staten coming on in for his final pit stop. So that just leaves a few more drivers left out here with about 18 laps to go who have not pitted yet. I think this is a pretty interesting decision here from the 11 of Zach Staten, trying to maybe get the undercut. Here comes his brother, the 15 of Cody Staten, pitting on in now. Josh Freed continuing his strategy, possibly just trying to run this truck until it is dry. Dwayne McMahon staying on out here as well.
Winker saying great battle here for the lead. Gonna be a
Yeah.
great ending to this deal. Earl Evans joining us over there, saying, "Let's go AAA." Saying he's got a pretty good handle on how to make some moonshine
Oh,
when everything goes down here.
well, we're gonna need him. We're gonna put him on our team. Well, he's already on our team, but
Yeah, he's on our side.
where is Earl? What part of the world is he in? We may have to get the Pony Express
He
to.
in Florida.
He's a Florida
Oh,
man.
okay. We can just
in
get the
Florida.
ponies, and we'll have to do like a trade route system. We'll ship him some beers from over here, and he can ship us the moonshine back, and maybe some salted meats or something when it goes down.
What's that fish they got down there? They have in the Panhandle. They have the festival, the mullet festival. So he can get us some. Go fishing for some mullet.
And that ain't nothing but a bait fish.
Yeah, I know, but they have a festival named after it.
Well, I mean, you're gonna have to eat them when the depression's coming. So,
They have to eat the head and everything. Fish head soup and.
well, that's.
Well, don't
Yeah.
forget, guys, you can click the notification bell too on our YouTube. And every time we have a race, whether it's unscheduled like this one is tonight or one of our regular ones, you'll always be notified when we're going live with an iRacing race broadcasted for you out there on AAA Broadcasting. Yeah, we wish we could have seen you too there, Kevin. Yeah, it's those pesky updates. If you don't get them just in time, they'll take you past registration. Bruce out there saying hashtag Winker Nation.
I thought he just didn't show up tonight so we could just hang out.
Yeah, I thought he just wanted to hang out.
You're
with
on
us.
a team.
Yeah.
Well, he's in there with his team in Discord, talking to them and
Strategizing, probably.
chatting them up. Probably going over the season-long plans. They're probably doing real plotting and scheming in there.
They
Team
do some
America.
high math, right?
Ooh,
Is
big
that what
time.
it's called?
Yeah, they probably already calculated how many points they need per race for each member to win the thing as a team.
Indeed, as the race in action here up at the front continues to trundle on here. 14 laps left to go. All pit stops have been made as looks like Jonathan Herbert, our last taker down there onto pit road. You got Cody Staten, Zach Staten, Mark Beverly up here, up towards the front. Josh Freed has some work left to do. He's going to have to turn in, burn whatever he's got all lined up there as race in action continues to trundle on here at Michigan.
Out of this baseball game, these USA guys, I wanted to say something really bad. Down 3-1, going into the bottom of the sixth with the team from Japan batting. So this isn't good, Brown. What's going on with America? We can't dominate at baseball, then what can we dominate at? We're not dominating at spy balloons. We're not dominating anything. It's getting real bad out there. I'm starting to get scared. A little nervous.
Here to some balloons. Come on now.
Well, we could go into it all right now, but I don't think anybody wants to hear it since we're watching a
10
race.
laps. We're almost 10 laps to go here
Yeah.
from finishing this deal, so we can't quite do that yet. I think it's
No.
going to be 11 to go when they come back around.
And it's 12 laps
Staten
to go.
boys here, Ryan.
12 laps to go right now with the Staten boys up at the front. You got a good race going on back here with the 81 and the 34 battling it out. Going a little bit side by side, trading position action here between Hardin and Torchia. You got Beverly hanging on for dear life, but here comes Josh Freed trying to sneak his way up onto a podium. Both these drivers currently up 12, kind of being tied for that hard charger of the race award.
Some lap traffic these guys are going to have to negotiate here in just a minute. Looks like they're ducking down onto the apron there. Andrew Hansley, that driver of the 24.
It's nice of them to get out of the way right there.
Sure. It's neighborly. And that'll put him, the first truck, one lap down as the 15 comes back around across the finish line.
At that indeed, and the 25 was able to make his way past Mark Beverly there, so he's got about a second and a half to try to make up to catch up to these Staten boys. Again, that's really not even that. He just needs to get there within, drafting distance. He is starting to close in just a little bit. He's running about a tenth or two quicker than Cody and Zach up here, so he is starting to reel them in just a little bit. However, he's got to be cautious and at least leave enough rubber on those tires to at least make a move here at the end.
Yeah, Zach and Cody up front living the sweet life right now. The Beverleys are stuck behind Joshua Freed, who's currently in third. What?
I mean, that was okay.
That was a good one, man. That wasn't a oh my god.
Okay. I mean, it was good. You know what? I was surprised. You're quick enough to come up with something like that. Of all these times we've watched these guys race, you've never used that.
I was gonna say it took him 4 seasons to come up with it, so I don't know.
Yeah,
that's true. He's probably been thinking about that all off season. Nice. I don't know what to say.
Well, they're both together up front. I figured they just kind of worked. Tower operator says, yeah, the 42 and the Team America guys are over there doing some masterminding. They're crunching the numbers. They got the extra tall abacus out. No TI-82s for Team America. They do it old school. Do some trial and error and stuff, I think.
That's it.
Oh! Big action out there. Josh Moeller in the 83 wrecking out. Looked like maybe by himself there. Yellow is out.
Oh no, the 51 was there as well.
Oh,
I think
that's the second time they got together.
Yeah, these two got together. Oh, both drivers just trying to run the high side, and of course the 83, he can only go so high trying to make that corner entry, drifts down about half a lane, right where the 51 was, and that spins that 83 on out. So, boys, if we didn't think this was exciting already with a pretty good race up here at the front between the Staten brothers and Josh Freed, well, we're getting everything all tied on back up with a bunch of people here inside this top 10.
Yeah, we're going to stack everybody back up together here. Andrew Hansley is probably going to get his lap back here if they got Lucky Dogs turned on. So that's going to put 11 trucks on the lead lap. Staten boys up front. The Beverleys in 4th and 5th. And Philly native Josh Freed in that 25 truck going to be restarting in 3rd.
These Beverleys have to be related.
They might
we had
be,
another. It's like the Hatfields and McCoys, the Beverleys and the Statens.
Huh. So the 83 of Moeller, I guess, and Josh Freed, I guess, or not Josh Freed, Josh Moore, apparently have a history, according to Kevin Winker out there on YouTube.
Does that mean like they don't like each other type of history? My type of history where I like to see some anger?
Yeah, a little chatting on the radio.
Yeah. All right. Well, I hope he's in the league. Let's make this happen.
Oh, that'd be great. I'd love to see these guys fight each other every week.
Yeah, every week we could have just a whole nother game within the game.
Sure.
I mean, 70 years ago, we're fighting these people, and now they're beating us at baseball. What is happening?
Oh, man, let it go already.
No, I'm not going to let this go.
The game ain't over yet there, homie.
I'm getting nervous. You know how I got anxiety, Oh, it's the bottom of the 6th.
Oh, they're running out of time.
Yeah. Oh, well. I'll try to. I'm probably need to take like one of my happy pills or something.
Drink a happy beer.
Well, when you're drinking lattes, you can't afford anything else. Nothing's real happy in life,
Tower operator says, I think I'm going to head out and be by the haulers for the end of this one.
Oh, come on down. Bring good beer, though. I got a Busch Latte. Bring something better. We'll have a couple and watch.
Albert Anderson pointing out, hey, you got guys with old tires, guys with new tires out there racing together. This is going to be an interesting restart.
At that, it will be as they go side by side, getting things all stacked on up here. Once again, behind that pace truck, as we're going to have the Staten brothers starting side by side here. The 25, Josh Freed, and the 34 of David Harden going to be right there behind them. You got Dwayne McMahon, Mark Beverly up there. 12 of Matthew Jones, Haas Beverly up inside that top 10. Same thing with Charles Bentley and Brian Torchia, all getting all ready here for the final 4 laps that will be happening here once when that pace truck gets on off out of the way.
Yeah, these guys still looking for members out there. So if you're watching tonight's broadcast, these guys do have slots still available. So the Larry Dickersons and the like that are out there that are interested in joining, go check them out. HCK Beagles Racing League. They're on Facebook and they have their own website as well, hckbeaglesracingleague.com. Go hit them up. Put your application in today. It's a great pay league.
Indeed, as here we go. Time to buckle up, strap on those drinking helmets, and throw inhibition out the window. It's the final few laps here left at Michigan. Green flag racing to get this thing all fired back on up. The 15 of Cody Staten gets a good jump on that restart, jumping right in front of the 11 there. Here comes the 25 of Josh Freed. He's loving that bottom line. He's loved it all race long, trying to get side by side here with the 11, not quite able to quite get it done there through turns 1 and 2, but still firing it on up. The 34, David Harden, using whatever draft he can here to maybe try to snag a few extra positions. Still 4 laps left remaining as the hustle and bustle still 3 wide as well. 81-23 and the 12 for a brief second there as they head off down through turn number 4. The 25 able to get up side by side here. Oh man, not an inch of room for error as they head on down into turns 1 and 2.
Kristen Van Ness out there in YouTube pulling for the Statens. They're working together great all night. They got their hands full, though, on this front row.
It's a battle now.
You ain't kidding, as it looked like it was going to be taken 3 wide here. The 15 is going to cut off down in front of the 25. He's going to drift up here kind of towards the middle as he sees a gap. But how about that 20 of Mark Beverly making his line around the outside and getting free and clear. 2 laps to go now as the field bunches up behind him.
And with all these guys fighting each other, it's given Mark Beverly a chance to kind of get away a little bit, widen that gap. These guys are all fighting each other. They're not working together.
He's got better tires, too.
15 of Staten, of Cody Staten, getting kind of tied up there in the middle of some 3 wide action. It looked like he was the PB and J in between the 2 loaves of bread, getting squeezed out of there, and he's going to shuffle backwards a few extra spots. Here comes the 81 Brian Torchia trying to filter his way up around that 25 of Josh Freed as the 20 of Mark Beverly comes back down across the line, taking that white flag. So no more cautions here tonight. This is the final lap of this race, sending it off down into turns 1 and 2. The side-by-side action continues on behind that 20 machine. Oh my goodness, here comes that 81 with a good hunk of speed, trying to get around that 22 of Haas Beverly, now trying to sneak up there as well as they head on down that back straightaway. Still Mark Beverly hanging on to the lead. He's got some cushion here. He's not going to be fretting it too much as they make their way out of turn number 4. It's going to be Mark Beverly making the move down there across the outside to pick up the win here tonight in this recruitment race. Haas Beverly and Brian Torchia picking up that 2nd and 3rd spot. So how about that? The 3 drivers we've been talking about all race long about running at the front don't even finish on the podium.
Well, that was the tire game right there.
Yeah.
That's all that was. Good ending, though. Really good ending.
That was a lot of fun to watch, boys. And like you said, the tire game in full effect there towards the end. And Mark and Haas Beverly just taking advantage out there, getting out in front. Great race by Brian Torchia out there in that 81 truck as well.
And indeed, this is the first race that we've seen Brian out here. Looks like he's been signed up for a little bit now that he's going to race in season number 4. So that's a great way to maybe make a little bit of a statement there, saying, hey, you know, I may be new, but I'm here to get some good finishes, and that is exactly what he is going to do. As that 13 marked the 20, getting some victory donuts all done down there in that Gatorade victory lane.
We can get the top 3 to get in the podium finisher waiting channel. We can get some interviews underway here before too long.
That we can actually ask Brian how to pronounce his last name.
Oh, there you go. I do that, but
Well, or they don't want to talk to us. You never know.
if they don't want to, you know, I have to do it tonight.
Good stuff.
See if we get anybody to jump up here with us. Yeah, the car count, only 22 cars, or trucks rather, starting the race. Well, we had 22 grid, only 19 took the green flag at the beginning there.
Yeah, well, it's also, you know, it's a Tuesday night. It's,
Sure, yeah.
you know, recruitment race. Not everyone's all up for it yet. You know, it takes a special person to race on a Tuesday night.
Well, if I guess we could go ahead and do our finishing order while we're waiting on some interviews.
That we most definitely can do here. Getting us all started off is that 20 machine of Mark Beverly, your hard charger of the day, up 14 spots here this evening, with the 22 of Haas Beverly picking up that second place spot. I wonder if those two are brothers. They're on the same team. I wonder if they're related or some form of that one or another. The 81 of Brian Torchia getting a good finish here as well, finishing on that podium in third. The 25 Josh Freed showing some good speed out here tonight, up 12 spots to finish in fourth. Same thing with that 23 of Charles Bentley. He's going to be up 12 spots here to finish in fifth. Looks like it's then going to be the Staten brothers. Cody Staten, the 15, in sixth, with the 11 of Zach Staten there in seventh to get those positions there. You got the 34 of David Harden finishing in eighth, with the 24 of Andrew Hansley ninth, and Dwayne McMahon and the 16 machine rounding out that top 10.
Yeah, the 12 truck of the chef, Matt Jones, will finish in 11th place on the last truck on the lead lap there. Joshua Moore in the 51 for Team America will finish in 12th. 13th will be Josh Muller in the 83. Those two were really going at it tonight. The 87th, Herbert finishes 3 laps down in 14th place. 15th will be Christopher Larson in the 5. That Matrix truck was really cool out there tonight. The 17 of Austin Mitchell finishing in 16th place. 17th will go to Noah Owens in the 88. The 42 of Philip Wilkinson finishes in 18th place. 19th, Scott Formosa in the 80. And then the rest of the field doesn't look like they ended up complete a lap there. Applegate, Bacon, Warner. And thanks once again for Michael Newton, our race controller out there.
And that indeed, as we're joined here in the booth by tonight's race winner, Mr. Mark Beverly, coming out of I don't want to say kind of nowhere, but you were on a little bit of a different strategy all race long here, Mark. You were kind of early pitting things, and it ended up working out really well for you here, having that extra set of tires coming on down and in there on that last caution. And man, you just drove right around the field there on that outside.
Yeah, that last restart was pretty fun there. Yeah, I was just trying to do a little different strategy. I always feel like you can't win if you just follow the leaders. So just trying something different there. And I know I tried to save a set just in case this would happen. And I was talking to my dad, and I was like, I don't think we're gonna get that caution we need. And then all of a sudden it showed up, so I knew we had at least the leaders. I just had to beat the guys that went in the pits with me. You know what I mean?
So is your dad Hoss Beverly, the one you're racing with out there tonight?
Yeah, that'd be my dad. Yep.
Father and son team. That's awesome. We don't see a whole lot of father and son teams. We have a couple of them in broadcasts that we do, but you did a great job of that. Bronco race design Chevy Silverado was really quick, and yeah, the tire strategy definitely worked out for you guys. Y'all looking forward to the new season getting ready to start up?
Heck yeah, it should be a fun season. I kind of helped out here a little bit with race control here and there last season. They looks like they had a good league going on here, and you guys, I've watched a couple of your broadcasts. You guys put on a good show, so yeah, I'm excited for the season. Should be fun.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Good job tonight. Michigan's awesome. I like racing here. It's going to be challenging this season, but it looks like you're up to the task, man. Congratulations. You got anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, thanks to everybody, HCK putting on the league, and I think Michael Newton was doing the RC, Matt Jones putting up some money for the winner, Greg doing the league here, running the league, and then you guys put on the broadcast and everybody watching. So appreciate it.
Awesome job. Well, out there, congratulations to Mark Beverly picking up tonight's race win, joining that rarefied air of winners like Adam Turner and a bunch of other drivers that I have no idea their names of. But congratulations out there, Mark. Good job. And we can't wait for this season to get all kicked off here in a couple weeks.
Heck yeah, it was fun. Thanks, guys.
And with that, we close things on down here from Michigan, from this HCK Beagles Racing League recruitment race. We thank you all for tuning in and watching. It's glad to have some of these fans back out here with us once again. As always, you guys are the reason why we do this and have such a good time of doing it. And of course, if you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, so that way you get alerted every single time that we go live with some great race in action. And if you like it, be sure to hit that thumbs up button so we can get unshadow banned by Mark Zuckerberg over there, because he doesn't.
Please.
He just hates us. We also have to say a big thank you again to Matt Jones, getting Mr. Chef Boyardee, getting things kind of all set up there with some prize pool and all that kind of stuff. So thank you, Matt, and of course big thank you to TrackDogsRacing.com as well, your premier merchandising supplier of HCK Beagles Racing League and AAA broadcasting as well. As we take a look here quickly at what's coming up here the remainder of the week for us, we got some great action coming up tomorrow night as the Vigilante Racing League takes on the tricky Circuit of the Americas road course. I expect some high-flying dust kicking up and a whole bunch of off-tracks happening there tomorrow night, but it should be a fun race nonetheless. So until tomorrow night, I'm Alan Brown for Alan English and Adam Turner. We're signing off.
We gone.
See ya.